I can't compete with Patrick Vieira.
You know what? Fair enough. Psych.
Two rival fans.
Complete lies, complete cap, complete nonsense.
You hate us so much because we're European champions. You've got to hate us for that.
5 rounds of fierce debate.
You guys were crying because we won a trophy.
Thank you for developing Sol Campbell. It's so nice to return the favour and win the league at your ground.
Bragging rights up for grabs.
The time's done.
Right.
I don't need to use logic anymore.
This is what happens when you have a West Ham fan who has openly stated he hates Spurs.
Each player must use their time wisely before whacking their big red button to pile the pressure on their opponent.
I like Saka. I think he's a very good player. How many European finals has he been to?
That's the second thing now, Savva, that you brought up that doesn't have relevancy. You're shakeless.
Best of 5, winner takes all. This is SunSport Stoppage Time. This is round 1. We've got CJ Needham, aka the deluded Gooner, representing Arsenal, and we've got Savva over here representing Tottenham. Lads, this is your 30-second round. It's CJ to talk first, and the topic is Bukayo Saka is the most overrated player in the Premier League and will forever be in Son Heung-min's shadow. CJ to speak first in 3, 2, 1, go.
There's always this Bukayo Saka overrated business, and it never comes from Arsenal fans. All people do is talk on Bukayo Saka, whether they're experienced pros or emerging young players. Bukayo Saka seems to be the guide point. The man's played in the Champions League 2 years in a row. The first year he got to the quarters, the second he got to the semis. The man's 23. I don't think he's overrated at all. And as for Son, nobody really cares. I'm an Arsenal fan. We ain't won trophies. I don't care about them.
Yeah, I like Saka. I think he's a very good player. How many European finals has he been to?
He's as I just said, it's his second year in the European competition. He wasn't there when we was in the Europa League. He's got to the quarters, he's got to the semis. Fair enough, he hasn't.
Yeah, so Son has got to a Champions League final, carried us there when Kane was out injured for half a season. He's got to the Europa League final and won it. He's got more seasons where he scored more goals than Bukayo Saka. And Son is the main man for his country. Saka is not.
So, gentlemen,
Really?
how do you feel you got on?
I think I got right. I heard a couple of lies there, and a couple of rebuttals, but we can't.
What's the
Which lie?
So I think it's shameless. Obviously, he technically does. I think it's shameless to say he's got more goal scoring seasons. He's literally 32. He said he's got to 2 finals. Saka has played literally in European competitions for 2 seasons. And to say he's not the main man for a country, really? I know England hasn't won anything. I'm sure you two are throwing your beers. Really? The Euros? They get the Euros. The France at the World Cup. The next Euros? Really? When him and Cole Palmer and there's another lad at City? Really? Don't be shameless.
I do take your point. In fairness, I don't quite support South Korea as passionately as I do England.
Main man.
Savva?
Yeah, I just think if we want to talk about age or if we want to talk about facts, I came at it from a factual point of view. Sonny's got to 2 European finals. Sonny has scored more goals than Saka.
But that's
if I'm delivering facts, I'm delivering facts. And Saka, as I said, I like him. But these guys seem to talk about him like he's Mo Salah or Eden Hazard or Gareth Bale. And he's not.
To be fair, you left a bit out there. Again, you didn't say it within your time. You made some good points after the clock. I'm here to judge the debate. CJ, you came at it nice and factual, mentioning Saka being young there and how well he's performed in the Champions League for Arsenal. Son Heung-min, you make the good point about he's taken Tottenham to 2 European finals. To be fair, he didn't start the most recent one, so obviously that not that much of an integral part, and he does always score the third in 3-1 wins for Tottenham, and Harry Kane carried him for absolutely seasons. So, although it was close, the first round of Stoppage Time goes to CJ Needham. It's 1-0 to Arsenal.
0-0, boys.
This is
0-0, boys. No, man, you're shameless. More goal scoring seasons. The man's 32. That's shameless.
That was a bit.
This is absolutely shameless. Son,
stats without context are nothing.
You can't
One's 32 and then one's 23. Come on, man.
Savva absolutely fuming at the referee after round 1, but it is 1-0 to Arsenal. Lads, this is your 1 minute 30 round. It is Savva to speak first. And the topic is Tottenham's all-time Premier League 5-a-side team beats Arsenal. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham Hotspur, we haven't got the plethora of players to pick from that Arsenal have for an all-time 5-a-side team, but we have got some absolutely worldies in there. As I said, Luka Modric, we're looking at Gareth Bale, we're looking at Harry Kane, absolutely top draw footballers. Ledley King. And you know what? I'm going to be shameless. I'm going to put in Sol Campbell, one of their greatest ever defenders, who we created.
Fair enough. You know what? That's great. Let's all remember, Luka Modric was a great player in the Premier League. He became truly world-class and even eclipsed Cesc Fabregas going over to Real Madrid. The same goes for Gareth Bale, even though he kind of established himself a lot more. I mean, that's a good five-a-side. We've got Thierry Henry, we've got Patrick Vieira, we've got Dennis Bergkamp, we've got Emmanuel Petit, we've got David Seaman if you want to talk about goalies. The list goes on. As he said himself, we've got a plethora. I'm not saying it wouldn't be close, but come on, most football fans could see from you've got Thierry Henry, how many games are going to be won? Really? Come on now.
Yeah, that's great. How many of them came from your youth team, or did you just have to buy them all? We created two of them on my list.
That's a cool story. The question was five-a-side teams, not how you got there, just how you get there. We can talk about academy players, and again, thank you for developing Sol Campbell. We were so nice to return the favour and win the league at your ground. What is the relevance to that, though? I want to know, what's the relevance to it? Because where did Harry Kane come from? Was he not a gooner before he went over to you lot?
Sure. Do you know what? I just made a mistake. I said 2 of my 5 were from our youth team. 3 of my 5 were from our youth team. You've produced nobody.
So where did Ashley Cole come from?
Chelsea, apparently.
What?
The Chelsea fans tell me he was better at Chelsea than Arsenal.
The question was, where did he come from? You started waffling about academies and stuff. Ashley Cole came from our academy. What are you talking about, Chelsea? Again, let's stick to the question. That's the second thing now, Savva, that you brought up that doesn't have relevancy. You're a good guy. We make content together, but you're shameless.
Shameless is being an Arsenal fan and having to steal one of our best ever defenders.
Market opportunity. You want to be the best, you need to recruit the best. That's what we do.
I completely understand that. But when are you actually going to produce a player of that calibre by yourself?
Are we forgetting Tony Adams?
Sure, but we're not talking about Tony Adams. You didn't put him in your team.
We've got so many. As you said, we've got a plethora of talent. I forgot.
Well, put Tony Adams in your team then.
Tony Adams is there.
OK, so you've now put Tony Adams in. Who are you taking out?
You know what? Let's go Cole.
So we want Tony Adams because he came through from our youth team. So did Ashley Cole. Actually, I'm taking Ashley Cole out. Again, we produce ours, you buy them. We're a much better team at developing than you are. And my five-a-side...
Gentlemen.
I had such the reply to that.
Go on.
The answer was...
It won't be counted.
I know it won't be counted, but he
sure.
spoke about youth academies. It's not how many players we want in, it's just who came through our academy. There was no actual relevance on if I want 2 or 3.
Sure. Do you
I
know
want my
why?
French boys in there.
Do you know why I do that?
And please just answer me this, Savva.
Go on.
What the hell does the academy have to do with the question?
I'm going to tell you.
Thank you.
I understand when I'm in a debate that I'm at a disadvantage because you've had much better footballers than we have.
I hear it.
So what I have to do is I have to come at it from a different angle.
Yeah.
I know context is lost on a lot of people, but for me, I needed that as a scoring point because I can't compete with Thierry Henry. I can't compete with Patrick Vieira.
You know what? Fair enough. Psych.
Dirty, deluded goat.
To be fair, though, you've got Bale, Modric, Harry Kane. You've got some players.
Yeah, we've got
No, they do.
some
No,
top
they do.
players, but it's, I've got X amount to pick from. They've got just decades worth of top players to pick from.
You've got more than you give yourself credit for.
You actually named 6 outfield players that you sort of read out. So there's a little bit of a -1 point for that. There was some confusion, which Savva did very well to pick up on at the end with Ashley Cole, with Tony Adams.
The confusion came from me and the academy thing being brought up regardless.
Hey, look, I was sitting
I took
in this
one
chair.
out, one
I saw
in.
the confusion in your eyes, my friend.
You lot are going to see throughout all of these series, we need a new referee.
VAR.
But one thing I will say, and the thing that swung it was a thing that I noticed, it's very important. Indeed, the question was about a five-a-side team. One of you did not name a goalkeeper. Therefore, Savva, unfortunately, CJ mentioned David Seaman. It's 2-0 to Arsenal.
I mean, I have that, but come on.
Sorry, this is now...
That is
You're
crazy.
a goalkeeper in a five-a-side team. You haven't Sol Campbell in goal based on your shouts.
No, this is crazy.
This is...
There needs to be guidelines for
There's
this.
got to be some guidelines. This is...
You can't be against me as well.
I mean, I'll have it, but...
This is getting shameless. This is now like the 3rd debate in a row where...
Are you putting a goal? You got a goal.
VAR says, "Oh, I'm doing it by the debate." Oh no, I'm not. I'm doing it by the question.
I can't believe
You got a goalie in a five-a-side team.
I love
Everyone
it.
at home, tell us in the comments. You're picking a five-a-side team. You've got to have a goalie.
I
haven't you?
think I need
Someone be on the ref side.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So when you go five-a-side with your mates, you bring somebody goes that's a designated keeper, or does someone not, everyone shares their time?
Exactly.
Well, you pick Seaman.
Yeah, I'm cool with, because I'm on the
Exactly.
benefit of this, but I want equality. Like, that's shameless.
When the person winning the debate
Yeah, I know.
is sticking
Having
up
a
for the
go at the
person
referee.
losing the debate, this is what happens when you have a West Ham fan who has openly stated he hates Spurs. Sorry, Spurs fans, we've got no chance.
There's corruption here, man.
It is 2-0 to CJ Needham and Arsenal. Savva giving me absolute daggers. He's fuming with my performance so far, but it's still all to play for, and you've got a chance here, Savva, in the 15-second round to pull it back for Tottenham. Lads, it's CJ to talk first, and the topic is Spurs have won 2 league titles, 14 teams have won more. They do not belong in the Big Six. 3, 2, 1.
Look where they finished.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the top 6 for the number of trophies won, top 6 for size of the stadium, top 6 for revenue. What else can I say?
I'm sorry. Can you say what you said? Just say that again so I can understand what you said.
No.
I heard something about we're bragging about stadiums. Football's become very woke. You know what? Fair enough.
Good.
I've had this, look, we've heard size of the stadium. We're hearing
Time.
about. Oh gosh.
Last thing I'll say is this. Put someone in above us.
Oh, lads.
Let me say that, because let me say what I want, what trying to get in before the 2 seconds. If Spurs aren't in the top 6, who goes in above us?
That's not a bad shout. I mean, it's not
Because
getting
every metric.
Yeah, you're in.
No, I wasn't
Who
saying
goes
me.
in
Are you
instead?
asking me? I support
Yeah.
Arsenal. I couldn't give a monkey.
No, but that's not the debate.
Whatever paper I could sign, mate, we came from South London over to you lot, and you know what we did. Who cares? Anyone could go above you lot. Anyone.
But they can't, because they
whether
don't,
there's logic or not,
they
if you're
don't
just
beat us.
asking me whether or not, yeah, anyone
Sure,
above you lot.
but that's not the debate, is it? So if
The debate's
Spurs,
done.
if
I don't need to use logic now. The
if
debate's done.
Spurs aren't in that
The debate's
6,
done.
someone else has to be.
The debate's done. The time's done.
Right.
I don't need to
Right,
use
right.
logic anymore. It's done.
Lads, that'll do.
Agendas.
This is getting odd.
Sam's not enjoying himself
No.
at all.
Neither
However, you might be enjoying yourself a bit more, Savva, because you came in nice and simply. You gave me some stats. It's Tottenham's top 6 for stadium size, top 6 for revenue, top 6 for trophy ones. That wins you the debate. It's 2-1. You've pulled one back. The comeback could be on for Savva and Tottenham. Boys, this is your 1-minute round, and the topic with Savva to speak first is Arsenal hate Spurs more than Spurs hate Arsenal. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, they do, because when they don't win anything every year, the first thing they sing about is finishing above Spurs.
Complete lies, complete cap, complete nonsense, if I'm completely honest with you. How can Arsenal fans hate Spurs? Some of them wanted you lot to win ahead of Manchester United. Some of our fans actually wanted you lot to beat City last season or whenever it was. How can we hate you lot when we came all the way from South London to North London, won the league at your ground twice, including with your former captain? How on God's green earth can we hate you? There's so many problems I've got. Fair enough, I get that, we're rivals and whatnot. We're neighbours, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? All of that is very, very true. But what I find really hilarious is you hate us so much because we're European champions and you're in phase 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got to hate us for that. By facts, you've got to hate us for that.
I mean, not necessarily, because you're older than me, Savva. Spurs winning the Europa League is nothing new, or winning in Europe. As I heard you say once upon a time on your channel, you were the first team to do this and do that with European trophies. Surely, if I was going to hate Spurs, that wouldn't have changed anything whenever it was 24 hours ago, whenever it was.
I've been watching YouTube channels all week telling me that you hate Spurs purely because we've got a European pedigree and you guys are terrible in Europe.
Who are these YouTube channels to which I would say that to you? And as everybody knows, Arsenal's pedigree, as you quite rightly said, it's been poor in Europe. I've seen West Ham win a Conference League, that Tim Pot trophy they're flexing, that big up Declan Rice. How can we hate you because of that?
I'm not going to start naming YouTubers, but you've got the most shameless fans in the world. It's funny, you hate us so much. So much. We stole Sol Campbell. We won the league at your ground. European champions. That's why you hate us. factually, you hate us so much. We hate West Ham more than we hate Arsenal. We hate Chelsea more than we hate Arsenal. We hate everyone more than we hate you because you're from South London.
Time.
Doesn't that mean they hate us more?
Time.
No.
Excellent time management.
Based on what he
boys.
said, what?
No.
Go on, what are you saying?
Based on what he said, then the argument's redundant. He just said that they, more or less, that they hate us more than we hate them. My point is, we don't hate them that much. Go on. I swear to you, we're all going to watch this again on the replay.
We are.
We are.
And as I said, we hate Chelsea more.
Rev, don't let him get to you.
We
Don't
hate
let him get
Chelsea
to you.
more. We hate West Ham more.
Don't let him get to you.
Right.
Don't let him get to you.
Let me talk.
Yes.
Let me
Kevin De-
talk.
All right, Kevin De Bruyne.
We hate West Ham more. We hate Chelsea more. You're a team from South London. We don't hate you as much as you hate us. You're always bragging about
Isn't
us.
he copying what I said?
I'm not so sure about
Not
that.
at
Listen,
all.
what I will say, CJ, I'm an avid lover of your content, as you well know, and you are one of the most magnanimous Arsenal fans out there, right? You're always very respectful of Arsenal's opponents. However, your opening gambit lost me a little bit there then, because Savva made a very good point, just saying that there is a lot of footage available of Arsenal fans singing about Tottenham when, not you, but you are quite unique among the Arsenal fans, I would say. Go on.
Nah, you finish and then I'll speak. I want to hear where you're going with this.
So Savva's point was that there's plenty of footage available of Arsenal fans singing about Tottenham. Your argument that you don't really hate them, it is hard to get on board with. Go on.
Really? They just want a trophy. Really? You really don't think they were chanting about Arsenal?
Listen, what I will say is I think actually that the passion in both of your arguments proved that Tottenham and Arsenal fans have plenty of hatred for each other and that maybe there's a smidge of that in this very studio. But it's a tough one to call and I'm in an unenviable position of having to call it. However, I do think that your opening point about there is lots of content available of Arsenal singing about Tottenham, even when it should be easier not to hate them, but it doesn't. Therefore, it's 2-2, Savvy, you win the point.
Oh, do you know what this is the equivalent of? You know when a penalty is given that shouldn't have been given?
Yeah.
So you get given a penalty at the other end that wasn't a penalty. That's what's happening here.
It's ridiculous.
I'll take it. Shamelessly, I'm taking it.
I hear it.
It's got to the business end of stoppage time and it's 2-2 going into the fifth and final round. Lads, this is the 2-minute round, so you've got the most time you've had all game to debate the topic that is Tottenham had a better season than Arsenal. It's CJ to speak first in 3, in 2, in 1, go.
I mean, earlier you spoke about, literally in the last round, you spoke about footage available in YouTubers and all of this. Now, I know Savva. Savva's a very level-headed YouTuber, very level-headed when it comes to Spurs. And I've seen him go on platforms, be quite critical of Postecoglou. I want him out regardless. Even just the other week, when they've won the Europa League and he was on a panel and they asked him, how dare you? How could you do that? He was quite firm. So that might suggest to you that, wow, big up Spurs for winning the trophy and for the fans, that's great. But does that necessarily quantify having a good season? Now, he's obviously, for purposes of this, he's going to go against his logic. So let's wait and see.
I'm not going to go against my logic at all. We've had a wonderful season winning Europa League and I still want the manager sacked.
I mean, I hear all of that. But does that necessarily mean you've had a better season than us? You've had a better season in Europe. You're well aware of the 20-odd draws. You're well aware of the naiveties around your manager. You're well aware that in hindsight, fair enough, history's been made and you're a Spurs fan, you can be happy about your season. This could be the best or the worst kind of time for you because you could rest on your laurels and you could be incredibly complacent or you could kick on. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but we've got a West Ham fan here. When David Moyes won the Conference League, did they not get rid of him? I'm sure they're missing him as well. So it could paper potentially over cracks. I could be wrong about that, but I'm sure there was a short shelf life. And then I look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I know he managed Man United, but he kind of echoed the point in that trophies can be a bit of a vanity project. Yeah, Arsenal, we didn't win, laugh at us. It can be a bit of a vanity project. It can paper over cracks. You have to look at the metrics. Since we want to talk about data and all of these things like the last few rounds, you look at the goals conceded, the points dropped from winning positions. In Spurs' case, the injuries, the flexibility around the tactics, the wider kind of range about how people look at Daniel Levy and his recruitment. Fair enough if you think you had a better season, but I know Savva and I know this man's very logical. He's going to argue against it, but I know the real him.
I'm arguing for it. I just make every point you said right. You should probably win this round. But the fact that I want this manager sacked and we had a better season than you, just shows how bad Arsenal are and how bad your season is and how bad your manager is. I agree with you. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said what he said. I agree with him. Yeah, David Moyes at West Ham. I don't want my manager and we had a better season than you. Let that sink in.
I hear all of that. And you're right, you did win a trophy and all of those kind of things. And I know when we were in the Europa League, it didn't quite happen. But you look at the fact that teams don't drop down from the Champions League.
Let me. I can coast here. I can coast. I think the difference here is, right, all I'm told by everyone is that the only metric that counts is the armpits, right? It's seeing the armpits, right? Now, you know I don't even believe in that. But your fan base want Mikel Arteta out because you didn't see any armpits. Your fan base are upset with recruitment because you didn't see any armpits. You've gone and got a new director of football because you didn't see the armpits. It's all right, this is my time, I'm coasting, right? Your fan base, want your captain out, Odegaard, because you didn't see any armpits. I want my manager out and I saw armpits. I want half my team out and I saw armpits. I want a new director of football and I saw armpits. But you know what? What we had this year, while you guys were celebrating a night in Spain for a quarter final, we were celebrating a night in Spain for a final. Yeah? While you guys were crying because we won a trophy, we had Spurs YouTubers being invited onto the biggest Arsenal platforms, singing songs about winning trophies. So you know what? I think we've had a very mediocre season, but still better than yours. I still want my manager sacked. And if you get this point, this West Ham guy needs to be put in the bin. Game, set, 1 second left.
Fair enough. I was waiting.
Lads, absolutely phenomenal.
And he's a dark art specialist. You could have given me time to at least say something. No, fair play.
What a swing of the pendulum. CJ, talk to me about your time management there, my friend.
Like, fair play, man.
I think his time management was like Mikel Arteta's, wasn't it? Not managed very well and didn't result in the win.
One thing I will say, to be fair, is that your opening gambit, very, very, very strong indeed. I was expecting a little bit more of you, but you put the pressure back on. He doubled down on it. I thought you were absolutely snookered for the 1 minute, 20 seconds or so that it was you have left. But my new favourite phrase is definitely armpits.
Armpits.
So
He says that so much.
The person's armpits that we will be seeing as a result of that one last rebuttal and the ultimate comeback. It's Savva 3-2 to Tottenham Hotspurs.
The questions are a stitch up. I'm not being funny, but I've seen some other bits and pieces of content. It seems a bit more open. With mine, it feels with the
Well, can I just add something? Does this remind you of 2010 when Spurs were 2-0 down at half-time to Arsenal and came back to win 3-2 with Yunus Kabul?
No, I can't remember that, man. I've seen so much times of that. I can't remember that, man. Fair enough, man.
Man. It's been good. Come on.
You might move your hand, 'cause I did it earlier. Off camera. Because you might move your hand. Fair enough.
Nice
if I have to lose to
The real loser here is the ref. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
The real loser
We need
is
a
the
new ref.
Yeah.
All the producers, executives, not this guy. Get someone who supports Scunthorpe or something, man. Like, in fact, no, forget that.
So Savva and Spurs is our winner, and it turns out just on this occasion that North London is white after all, and the Gunners are left doing what they do best, coming second. Do not forget to let us know your winner in the comments. Give us a like, and of course hit subscribe if you like this video, and we'll see you next time on Stoppage Time.